Yo, what's good? What's going on? It's your guy, Hugh Steph, and this is another episode on Billionaire Talk. Today, I want to get into cutting loose ties. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it doesn't have to just be about relationships. It could just be personal issues, right? Just say like if you're a person who isn't good with time management, like you procrastinate or anything like that, you got to cut the loose ends, right? You got to cut ties and part ways with bad energy and bad habits. But I'm gonna try to cover everything. Once again, welcome to Billionaire Talk. Let's get into it. Um, so I don't know about you, right? But for me, life is one of the greatest teachers, right? I think experiences that happen over time or happen in general, if as long as you learn from it, I don't think time is wasted. I think there's something there that's gained, right? And one of the things that I've learned is you can't change how people you can't change how people feel about you if they haven't done the work to learn to see things beyond their scope. Now what that means is I use myself as an example, right? If someone has done me wrong once and it's totally my choice, right? It's totally my choice to give them a second chance or not. But if someone has done me wrong, or I think they done me wrong, and we talk, they explain that this is a misunderstanding, or they were wrong and they just apologize for their ways. I have to do my due diligence, right? And try to see beyond reasoning of this is a human error that they once did against me. This is something that I don't like. We talked about it and we've moved past that. But see, the problem is a lot of people hold on to being a victim. So they don't allow themselves to outgrow pain and trauma. Remember, we're human. We do make mistakes, but we have to learn from them and we have to correct them. That's that's simple math if you ask me. But now let's switch gears. So let's say you are the person who has made mistakes and you've learned from them. You have to cut ties with the source or sources or things, people that don't recognize your growth and don't acknowledge. And you know what that is? See, the victim wants to stay the victim and they don't like being held accountable. So they do everything in their power to make you the issue, no matter what you do and say. That's for the best interest of the relationship, the friendship, the business situation, you know? It's just something in them that they can't step outside themselves, you know? I couldn't tell you what it is. I mean, I can only speculate, but I'm just here to tell you to not do that. Don't fall into that trap. Don't be the victim. Understand that you have opinions, you have a choice, you have feelings, but guess who else does? The person sitting right across from you. And the respect that comes into place is when one, there's boundaries set, right? But you also can understand that their opinion is just an opinion and it may differ from yours. That's what makes us unique because I think different than you. You think different than me. So how can we meet in the middle? How can we make this exchange make sense? Because I don't want to gain the victory by being right. My victory comes by understanding that, you know, I'm a sensible person. I understand what you're saying, and you understand what I'm saying, and we can agree to disagree, or we can, you know what I'm saying? That's the W for me. You can't get too like caught up on, yep, I was right. I told you, like, you can't do that because even, I don't want to get too like podcast or, blue pill, red pill with the terms like anecdotal and all of that, even though it is a thing. But what I'm trying to say is perception is not all, and I think I touched on this before. If I haven't, I need to. But perception is not necessarily fact. Perception is an opinion. It can be both. Two things can be true at once, right? As they keep saying. But a lot of the times when the way we see things and we receive things, it's it's how we perceive it. It's perception, And we don't have all the tools and the information to always understand, like, okay, is this person coming at me or is this person trying to do me harm? So that's why it's important for you and that person both to be at a level where you're like, hey, let's talk this out. And okay, you think the sky is blue Monday through Thursday at a specific time. You know what I'm saying? Now, even, and you can say, hey, but I've seen it this. But that person, they haven't seen, I don't want to I don't want to get too into the example, but they didn't see the same thing you saw. You have to respect that. Like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like Monday to Thursday around 3 o'clock, I usually see the skies orange, sometimes blue. But the victim, they have to be right because they want you to feel the pain that they feel because they're trapped. They're trapped inside themselves. They're trapped with, and let's shift gears real quick. Let's make it about relationships. They're trapped in how you once made them feel, right? And if they haven't been able to find a way to get past that, there's nothing that you can do to make them feel like temporarily cool. They'll be happy, they'll be cool, but there's nothing you can do to change their mind. Nothing. They will always have a grudge towards you. The one time you mess up, you'll always be the person that is the bad guy or bad girl, or you'll always be that person. And this is why, after a while, you have to cut ties. You gotta cut ties. Because all you're gonna do is drive yourself insane trying to convince people that you're not a bad person. You made mistakes, but you've learned from them. But you gotta listen. If a year, excuse me, my voice is a little choppy. If a year or two from now you've learned something and changed, and you speak different, think different, and you started actually putting forth the action that was needed for you to become a better person. And this person sees this, right? These people, person, they see you doing this, even acknowledge you. But the minute you guys have a disagreement, it's like nothing. You did nothing. The only thing they remember is that past trauma experience. That's the person that they think they're talking to right there in that moment. That's all that matters to them. That right there is when you gotta cut ties. You gotta go your way and continue to level up and leave them where they are. And you love them. You care about them. But you love yourself more. You love yourself more. That's what matters. Because at the end of the day, you'll never leave yourself. People come and go. but you'll never leave yourself. That all you are all you got at the end of the day. So you better take care of you. Take care of this. Take care of this. Your heart. I don't know if the camera called it. Take care of your heart and take care of your spirit. That's real rap, man. It's just some people out here that just gotta be the victim. They gotta be stuck. And cool, fine. Let them have their journey to heal and learn how to like do what they need to do to level up, right? But as soon as they start to assassinate your character and they limit your blessings and your growth and they don't recognize it, you gotta go. I've cut best friends off before. It wasn't a part of where I was going and a part of who I was becoming. I had to let bro go. You know, you can't talk. And we supposed to be brothers, you know, you always call me your brother. You can't talk to me crazy. And then when I talk to you man to man, like, hey, yo, you talking a little sideways. Can you at least apologize? Okay. No? All right. You don't have to, but I know what I'm going to do. If you so called value this brotherhood, this friendship. But again, that's any situation. You have to just go. Walk away. Keep doing you because guess what? When you on your righteous shit, you on your path, you on your, you know, you on your purpose, you gonna be exactly where you supposed to be. That's what it is. All right, guys. I have a lot of editing to do. And so quick update, right? I now have a Sony camera and I'm in love with it. So I've been waiting on this camera so I can pump out more content. But bear with me because I have like so many different platforms that I'm working on. Like I streaming channel for games, vlogs, gym vlogs, and a day in the life on my other channel. Of course, y'all can check those out. You know, show your boy some love. But it's very hard being able. And then I now work a part-time job, so it's kind of hard balancing all of that. And then you got to edit the videos, and it's a lot, man. But we're not here to make excuses. This is just part of the growth, and God willing, sooner than later, all of this is gonna put me financially where I need to be to get to that next step, so that I can continue to touch and inspire and motivate you guys that watch me, because that's really what I enjoy doing. Um, yeah. So on that note, guys, this has been another episode on Billionaire Talk, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Um, I want to do one every Friday or Saturday, so you guys could be looking out for next Friday. We'll see. I'm gonna go through the archives, the notes, and see what look. Excuse me, I can't speak. And I'm gonna see what the next topic we can discuss. I'm still open to inviting guests, but as you can see, my space is limited. But I'm gonna work on something. I just reconnected with an old producer friend of mine that used to record me when I was an artist. So if I can work a situation out with him, maybe I can use his studio space, and we get stuff shaking over there. Anyway, guys, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out.